Hello everyone, let's continue with this question. Okay, so here logical address space and physical address space, that is equal to 2 power 16 byte, and page size is 512 byte. Memory is byte addressable, and page table contain, and another information is that page table entry size, page table entry size, that is equal to 2 byte. Okay, and beside it contains some other information like 1 bit for valid invalid, 1 bit for reference, 1 bit for dirty, and 3 bit for protection information. Then how many bits are still available for aging information, right? तो aging information को store करने के लिए still कितनी bits अपने पास available हैं वो अपने को देखना है. ठीक है, सो मेजरली इसमें क्या पूछा गया है दैट हाउ मैनी bits are still available for storing the aging information. It means these informations are stored inside the page table entry. Okay, so these informations are stored inside the page table entry. Now let's see page table entry. So this is but a page table entry assume. So page table entry size is 2 byte. 2 byte means 16 bit. 2 byte means 16 bits. Okay, so 16 bits, that is the number of bits inside the page table. Okay, it is the size of the page table entry. ठीक है, and what are the information stored inside the page table entry? 1 bit for the valid invalid, so 1 bit for valid invalid, 1 bit for reference, so 1 bit for reference, 1 bit for dirty bit, 1 bit as a dirty bit, and 3 bit for protection information, so 3 bit for protection information. Okay, another thing, we know that page table entry definitely contain the frame number. We know that if it is the page table, if it is the page table, then page table entry will definitely contain the frame number. Okay, so we need to find the number of bits required to represent the number of frames. So we need to find out the number of frames. Okay, so here we need to find out the number of frames. So number of frames equal to physical address space divided by the frame size. So what is the physical address space? Physical address space is 2 power 16 byte, and memory is byte addressable. So 2 power 16 byte divided by the frame size. What is the frame size? Frame size and page size, they both are equal. So here it is 512 byte. 512 byte. Okay, so now simplify this one. Byte to byte cancel. It is 2 power 16, and here it is 2 power 9. 2 power 9 16, if we cancel out 2 power 7, so 7 bits are used for the number of frames, right? So total number of frames are 2 power 7. 2 power 7 means total number of frames we can represent by 7 bits. Okay, so here 7 bits are used for representing the frame number. Okay, and total bits are 16. Out of that we have used or we have consumed 7 plus 3, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 we have consumed. So 16 minus 13, that is equal to 3. Okay, so 3 bits are still available for storing the aging information. right? So still 3 bits are still available for storing the aging information, and right answer is D. Option D is the right answer. So now confirm me, is it clear to all? Okay, fine. So let's see the next one. Just a minute. Okay, so next one is the performance of paging, right? So we have seen the question that are related to the paging. Now we'll discuss about the performance of paging. So performance of paging, in case of performance of paging, one thing is main memory access time that can be represented by M, and page table is stored inside the main memory. Then effective memory access time is twice of M. Okay, so परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ पेजिंग अपने को करना है, तो परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ पेजिंग में मान लीजिए कि मेन मेमोरी एक्सेस टाइम अगर M है और पेज टेबल कहाँ पे स्टोर है, दैट इज स्टोर्ड इनसाइड द मेन मेमोरी, then effective memory access time equal to twice of M. First time we are accessing the page table, then we are accessing the actual page. So first time we'll access the page table, and then we'll access the actual main memory. Sorry, will access the actual page that is stored inside the main memory. So we know that both are, this page table is stored inside the main memory, and page is also stored inside the main memory. It means we are accessing first time page table, first time, right? Then we are accessing the actual page. It means two time we are accessing, right? So here effective access time is twice of M. Okay, so effective memory access time, that is twice of M. So till this part, is it clear? Okay, fine. Now next thing, that TLB is added to improve the performance of paging. TLB is added to improve the performance of paging, राइट. सो TLB ऐड करेंगे किस लिए, टू इम्प्रूव द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ पेजिंग. पेजिंग की परफॉर्मेंस को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए हम TLB ऐड करेंगे. TLB स्टैंड फॉर ट्रांसलेटेड लुक असाइड बफर, right? So it is translated look aside buffer. So TLB is a hardware device. TLB is a hardware device implemented using the associative registers. Okay, so it is implemented using the associative registers. Next thing, the TLB contain the frequently referred page number and corresponding frame number. Okay, so what TLB contain? TLB contain frequently referred page number and corresponding frame number. Next thing, TLB will be placed before the page table. Okay, so TLB that is placed before the page table. If this is the page table, then here we'll place the TLB. Okay, so here we will place the TLB, right? So these points are clear or not? Clear. Okay, fine. Okay, so now let's see the effective memory access time, right? With TLB and without TLB. Let's see. So here the same diagram that is related to the paging, and we have added the TLB, translation look aside buffer. Okay, so we have added TLB, and once CPU will generate the logical address, and we are looking for the required page, right? So required page we can access from directly from this TLB, and corresponding frame number we can access. And if it is missing, we'll access the page table, then we'll access the physical address space. And if the page is inside the TLB, then directly we'll access the main memory. Okay, so what is the here we can assume TLB access time is T, right? And TLB hit ratio is H. Then effective memory access time with TLB. Okay, so what will be the effective memory access time with TLB? So here firstly we'll check the hit ratio or miss ratio. So here it is a hit, then one thing we are accessing the TLB. Okay, so T plus M means we are accessing because it is hitting means we'll go to here and we'll access the main memory, right? So here it is T plus M plus 1 minus H. 1 minus H means it is missing. If it is missing, firstly we'll access the page table, then we'll access the main memory. Okay, so page table and main memory, page table and actual page, and they both are inside the main memory. It means firstly we are accessing the, if it is missing, firstly we are accessing TLB, so T time, because TLB access time is T. And then it is twice of M, means if it is missing, firstly access the page table, then actual page, right? So here it is twice of M. Okay, तो ये twice of M रहेगा. It means effective memory access time with TLB, that is H into T plus M plus 1 minus H into T plus twice of M. This is what the formula for effective memory access time with TLB. And what about the effective memory access time without TLB? That is twice of M. Without TLB, that is twice of M. Okay, so is it clear till this part? Clear. Okay. Now let's see the question that is related to the effective memory access time. So just a minute. Here effective memory access time is 100 nanosecond, right? And TLB access time is 20 nanosecond and hit ratio is 95%, right? Then find the effective memory access time without TLB and with TLB. Okay, so here it is not effective memory access time. I think it is main memory access time. Okay, so you assume it is main memory access time, that is 100 nanosecond. ठीक है, main memory access time, that is 100 nanosecond, not E. Here it is main memory access time. Then try for, so we know that effective memory access time without TLB, that is equal to twice of m, right? And effective memory access time with TLB, that is we'll check for the hit ratio. If it is hitting, we'll access the TLB and we'll access the main memory one time. Plus if it is missing, means miss ratio, and we'll access the TLB and twice of m. Okay, so this is what effective memory access time with TLB. Now try to calculate this one. Yes, what will be the effective memory access time with TLB and without TLB? So what is M here? M stand for main memory access time. This is what main memory access time. What is H? H is the hit ratio and T is the TLB access time. Okay, so T is the TLB access time. TLB access time, and M is the main memory access time. So firstly tell me what will be the effective memory access time without TLB. You just put the value of M. So here effective memory access time without TLB, that is twice of M. Twice of M means 2 into M. M is what? Main memory access time. Main memory access time is 100 nanosecond. So here it is 100 nanosecond. So finally we can say it is 200 nanosecond. Okay, so this is what the effective memory access time without TLB. What about the effective memory access time with TLB? So let put the parameter. So H is what? Hit ratio. So what is the hit ratio? Hit ratio is 95%. 95% means 95 by 100, and plus T. T is the TLB access time, that is 20 nanosecond. 20 plus M. M is main memory access time, that is 100 nanosecond. 100 plus 1 minus H. It means it is 1 minus 95 by 100. Okay, into T plus twice of M. T is what? T is TLB access time, that is 20 nanosecond. Okay, TLB access time plus M, twice of M. It means 2 into M. M is what? It is 100 nanosecond. Right, now we can simplify this one. So here it is 95 by 100 multiply by 120 plus it is a 100 minus 95 means 5 by 100 multiply by, it is 2 into 100 200 and plus 20 220. Okay, and simplify this one. Okay, cancel out this one and simplify, you will get the result. Okay, once you calculate this one you will get the result for this. Okay, so now confirm me, is it clear to all? Okay, so this 95% you can write down like 0.95 also. Okay, then what will be the miss ratio? Miss ratio will be 0.05. ओके, ऐसे भी लिखा जा सकता है, बट ये सिंप्लीफाई करना ज़्यादा बेटर रहेगा, तो यू कैन राइट डाउन 95 बाई 100, बिकॉज कैंसिल आउट करना थोड़ा सा बेटर रहेगा. देन यू कैन राइट डाउन. ओके, so this is what the question related to the effect performance of paging. Now performance of paging for सेकेंड लेवल 2 लेवल पेजिंग कह सकते हैं. ठीक है, मीन्स 2 लेवल पेजिंग. what will be the performance of paging? If it is 2 level paging, effective memory access time will be 3M, right? If it is a 2 level, we know that in simple paging there will be 1 level, right? And if it is 2 level, it means firstly there will be the 2 page table. This is what the page table, and there will be the another page table. Okay, so and next this is what the main memory, right? So this is what page table, and this is what the page of page table. ठीक है, ये पेज रहेगा, पेज ऑफ पेज टेबल, पेज ऑफ पेज टेबल. So This is inside the main memory, this is inside the main memory, and main memory itself means actual page you will access from this one. It means 3 times we will access the main memory. Firstly page table, then page of page table, then actual page, right? So effective memory access time, that is 3M. If it is two level paging, then it is 3M. If it is three level paging, if it is 3 level paging, then it will be 4M effective memory access time without TLB, right? If it is 4 level, then effective memory access time, that will be 5M, right? Effective memory access time, that will be 5M. And if it is N level, effective memory access time will be N plus 1, N plus 1M, right? So this is what the effective memory access time without TLB. What about the effective memory access time with TLB in case of two level paging? Then firstly we'll check for the hit ratio, then T is the TLB access time, M is the main memory access time, plus 1 minus H. 1 minus H means miss ratio, then T is the TLB access time, and main memory access time, that is 3M. If it is missing, then main memory access time is 3M. So till this part, is it clear? Okay, fine. Okay, okay. Now let's see the next one. Performance of paging if there are n levels, right? If there are n levels, then performance of paging, that is effective memory access time, that will be n plus 1 m. ठीक है, तो लेवल्स जब n होंगे तो इफेक्टिव मेमोरी एक्सेस टाइम क्या हो जाएगा, दैट विल बी n प्लस m. And effective memory access time with TLB, this is what without TLB, okay? And with TLB is hit ratio, then TLB access time T plus main memory access time plus 1 minus H, that is miss ratio, then TLB access time T, and n plus 1 uh, n plus 1 time main memory access time. Okay, so this is what effective memory access time with TLB. Okay, so for n level it is n plus 1 m, and here this one. So this is also clear? Yes, confirm me. Okay, fine. Okay, so next thing is the virtual memory. Okay, so virtual memory. So virtual memory is what? It is the part of the secondary memory. Virtual memory is what? It is the part of secondary memory, and it is the illusion to the programmer, right? So virtual memory is illusion to the programmer, right? That program which is greater than the main memory can be executed, right? So this is what the illusion to the programmer, that program which is greater than the main memory can be executed. Okay, so this is what the part of the secondary memory. And virtual memory, that can be implemented by demand paging or demand segmentation. So our Windows follow the demand paging, so we'll discuss about demand paging, right? Now next thing, so here we'll have to follow some of the steps. What are the steps? First thing, that CPU will generate a logical address, right? CPU will generate the logical address. This is the same diagram related to the paging, right? So CPU will generate the logical address. So first step is what? Will look for the required page in the page table, right? Look for the required page in the page table, and that page is missing, right? Then it will inform to the operating system. Second step, it will inform to the operating system that required page is not available inside the main memory. Then we'll search for the required page inside the logical address space, right? We'll search for the required page inside logical address space, and logical address space definitely contains the required page. Now we have this page inside the logical address space. Now this page is brought into the physical address space. So in the next step, means fourth step, brought this page from logical address space to the physical address space. And in the next step, will update the page table, that required page is available inside the frame number 3, right? That is available inside the frame number 3. And next step, inform to the CPU that required page is available. These are the 6 steps we'll have to follow if there is a page fault, right? If there is a page fault, we'll have to follow these 6 steps. Okay, we'll have to follow these 6 steps, right? Which is known as page fault service time. Page fault service time, that is represented by S. Okay, so page fault service time. So till this part, is it clear? Okay, fine. Now next thing, if page is not available inside the page table, first step is what? This one, that page is not available inside the page table. Second step is what? Execution stop and inform to the operating system required page is not available. And in the third step, search for the required page in logical address space. And fourth step, page will be brought into physical address space. So page will be brought into physical address space. And fifth step, update the page table. Page table update करेंगे. And in the sixth step, inform to the CPU that required page is available. So inform to the CPU. So these are the 6 steps that are followed in the page fault service time. Okay, so this is what the story of virtual memory. So is it fine to all? Okay, fine. Next thing, if main memory access time is M and page fault service time is S, and page fault rate is P, then find the effective memory access time. Okay, so main memory access time is M, page fault service time is S, and page fault rate is P, then find the effective memory access time. So effective memory access time is P into S, right? P is a पेज फॉल्ट रेट, पी इज व्हाट, पेज फॉल्ट रेट इनटू, अगर पेज फॉल्ट हुआ तो क्या करना पड़ेगा, विल हैव टू फॉलो सिक्स्थ स्टेप, मींस पेज फॉल्ट सर्विस टाइम लगेगा, राइट? सो पी इनटू पेज फॉल्ट सर्विस टाइम प्लस 1 - p. 1 - p means if it is not a page fault, then we'll access the main memory. This is what the effective memory access time, right? So here this is the question given that 20 nanosecond is main memory access time, page fault service time is 100 nanosecond, page hit rate is 95%, then find the effective memory access time. Okay, so we need to find out the effective memory access time. This is a homework for you.